In this video, we will discuss about the sugar chain addiction. So the chain of the sugar, how it is possible and why it is possible, and what is the side effect of the eating the sugar too much, and we will learn about that thing. So in this video, we will learn. So please make sure to subscribe if you are new. And on the other hand, I am also making the handwritten tutorial. You can watch and you can learn the biomedical science. If you are a student or non-student, you can learn. Basically it is for learning. So let's begin to understand the sugar, how it is possible to create a chain of the eating of sugar. So the sugar is refined sugar, can be, or basically we are just understanding about the pure sugar not containing any nutrients, so not any carbohydrate. Basically is the simple sugar like sucrose or glucose or fructose, any type of sugar. But when you will refine sugar, when you will eat the refined sugar, so what will be happen? Let's begin to understand. So basically, I will give you a concept about the when you will eat sugar. When you will eat sugar, it means your blood, which that's contain a normal sugar, will lead to convert into the hypoglycemia or isoglycemia into the hyperglycemia. It means the blood circulatory system contain a more sugar when you will eat sugar. But yeah, when you will eat carbohydrate, it will release slowly, not more, but the more dangerous is the refined sugar. So when you will eat sugar, the insulin will give the response. When you will eat sugar, the insulin give response again. When you will eat again, so insulin will give response again. So the releasing of the insulin more and more will lead to exhaustion of the beta cell of the pancreas, because beta cell of pancreas is not too much bigger. So the smaller pancreas is so smaller as compared, it requires a less sugar. So when spike the sugar, the insulin will give response to spike the insulin. When insulin will spike, it will target to the different tissue on the basis of requirement. For example, adipose tissue. If you are getting you are working hard, so it means the muscle can use, but it is normal. But when adipose tissue can be used or other cells. So number one thing is that when you will eat the sugar, so it means your blood sugar will be rise. After the rising of the blood sugar, your cell will be absorbed due to the insulin bind, because spike of the insulin. In the case of spike of the insulin, again and again will lead to damage the pancreatic cell. So this is the number one things. So when bind with the receptor, so again and again using the receptor will also damage. Number two things, and when damage the insulin receptor, so it means that again insulin resistance will be occur. The insulin insensitivity will be occur. The pre-diabetic person. So after this pre-diabetic person, again and again sugar eating, because the when bind with the receptor, the insulin, after the spiking of the glucose will move into the cell. After moving to the cell, your blood sugar will drop. After the dropping of the blood sugar, immediately you will feel hungry. So after you will feel hungry, you will eat again sugar. When you will eat sugar, so again the stimulation will occur, and that stimulation continuously create the chain due to the appetite. So appetite suppression due to the insulin suppression. So insulin is basically creating the hunger after the working of the insulin. After that things, basically when you will work in the chain addiction of the sugar, you will going to the diabetic, because the receptor will be damaged. After the receptor will damage, so the insulin, if released, will not bind with the receptor easily. So it means the glucose will not move inside. So that is the problem, and in this way you will feel you will feel not basically appetite suppression. You will not feel satiety, because the glucose is not using and you are not satisfied. So in this way the glucose will be excreted through urine, is known as the glucose urea. So the glucose will be waste. After the wasting of the glucose, again you will feel hungry, so you will eat more sugar. So after this chain will be lead to cause the death, basically due to the many disease. not only the diabetes but many disease can cause. For example, kidney failure due to the sugar is a bigger molecule and also excrete the water, and the more excretion of mineral ions will lead to cause any other problems. So that is the thing, that is the important things which that is I am addressing you. So in this way, remember that things, basically the insulin also work more, so more release insulin. That is the second step we will understand. The second step is that if the insulin will release more, so the cell of the pancreas, the beta cell of the pancreas, which that is responsible for the production of insulin, will exhaust, will be tired. So after the tiring, basically is the after the tired, the cell will be retired because it will not work. So this is the simple things, and insulin will not produce. So if the receptor is good but the insulin are not, so you can injection, you can use the insulin injection, the synthetic insulin, the exogenous insulin you can introduce in your body to fix it. That is the easy, but remember that things, if the receptor will be failed, the insulin will not work. So that is the previous I have discussed. But in this situation, the insulin, if the receptor will be damaged, so the insulin will not work. So that is the two situation. In this way, the diabetic person, due to the chain addiction of sugar chronically, not only 1 month, 2 month, it required the years after year. You can year after year you are using the glucose, simple glucose, and eating more and not working hard. So your sugar will not use in the muscle, and sugar will not use as a energy, so it will be preserved in your adipose tissue, because the glucose converted into the lipids is known as the lipogenesis, the liponeogenesis, because the glucose will convert into the adipose tissue due to the insulin receptor. So that all things lead to cause obesity, number one thing. And number two thing is that arteriosclerosis, because the high blood sugar will also damage the blood vessels, and also the thrombosis formation and arteriosclerosis, which that we will discuss in the handwritten tutorial. So in this way, the basically I am talking about the sugar addiction, the chain of the sugar addiction, like a smoking. So same mechanism, but this is very bad thing. So my recommendation for you, I am just giving the recommendation, and please don't eat sugar too much. Eat protein and fat, because the fat is very great and give you health more. And the refined sugar, because in more industries producing a refined sugars product, which that is damaging the continuously throughout the population, throughout the world, throughout the human population. So in this way, you will fail to survive the healthy life. So that is important things. Basically, it is not only any waste talking, because it is very useful for you, because it is important for all, because every person contain pancreas, every person contain blood vessel, every person contain everything which that is same. So the human is same. So for each person, if you are not getting the more weight due to the eating of the sugar, but the problem can be created, other problem can be created. Maybe you can develop the visceral fat rather than the fat will develop in your abdomen. So these things basically, the opinion is this: don't eat sugar too much, but eat protein for best growth, because the protein create the best growth. But also the add lipids, also add the fats, like good fat, the omega-3 and omega-6 containing fat, unsaturated fatty acid, which that is containing less, basically containing less energy as compared to the saturated fat, because saturated fats contain more hydrogen bonding with the carbon, but the double bond is not present. So that is why that thing is easy to understand. So I hope you make sense about these things. Please make sure to subscribe, like and share if you like this video. And I am also making the handwritten tutorial for understanding better the biomedical science, and you can learn from that. If you subscribe, you can get a lot of videos which that is related to the biomedical science. If you like that video, please make sure to subscribe. And when you will subscribe, you can get a notification to learn the biomedical science if you are a student or a professional, so you can learn. So we are learning together to understand better the human life, the better human physiology, anatomy and other things for better understanding. So thanks for watching. Bye.